Whoop whoop. Welcome to Black Spin, y'all. It is going down today, as you can tell by the topic. Black women are single because they are too feminine. I'm getting ready to come on screen now, honey, and it is about to go down. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Let me just send out a couple of links and I will be on. Hope everyone is having a blessed, beautiful day today. Let's see here. I want everybody to be happy and be merry and be well informed, not just opinionated, honey. I know that's my saying. I used to read people like that long time ago. Why is my Instagram white all of a sudden? That's crazy. I thought it was black. But okay, whatever. My baby will fix it. Messaging, not now. Okay. This page isn't available. Okay, now it's back black. I don't know what happened, guys. I'm telling you, technology and me just, we don't hang out like that much, you know? So let's see. So how do I send something to like a bunch of people at one time? Does anybody know? Whatever. I'm just going to click on everybody. So, because it is about to go down. Down, down, down. Okay, so let's get started. I think I want to take out somebody so I can add somebody. We'll take her out. Well, no, I like her. We'll take them out right there. And we'll add that one. Okay, and chat. It's coming, guys. I'm getting it. And then paste. Paste and send. All right. All right, awesome sauce, guys. So it is time to get started. I am coming on camera now so y'all can see me. And I can see you. Let me grab you some water. Y'all get y'all something to drink because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay, guys. I am back. I actually drunk the fucking water and had to run upstairs to Hannah check this little girl for not taking her hair down. And I am here. Woo woo. Hey y'all. So we don't have. Oh shit. Where did I go? Come back. Come back. Come back. Where is she? Is this me? Photo booth. Hey, I'm back. So I really want to talk to you guys about the reason why there's a epidemic. Should I say epidemic or pandemic? Or there's so much singleness among black women. A lot of people say, oh, it's because men have preferences, and all that their stuff. We're not going to get into wealth transfer and stuff like that and interracial dating or anything like that. We're not going to blame black men's preferences on why we are so single. The truth of the matter is, I only want to exclusively talk about us, even though all those things may factor into it, why we're single by far and large. But And it's not just because black men don't value marriage or parenthood and stuff like that. It really boils down to one simple thing. Black women are too feminine. We are too feminine. Too feminine. Yeah, I said it. We're not too masculine. We're too feminine. And don't let them put that masculinity on you, because everyone has femininity and masculinity in them. That's the yin and the yang. That's everywhere. That's in everyone. So, and the reason why I say we're too feminine is because think about it. Black men have a problem with providing, right? And the only reason I'm saying black men is not to point someone out, you know what I'm saying? It's because those are our counterparts. And by and large, most black women do not date outside of their race until they're older. And like, I'm just going to go ahead and date who wants to date me. And then that's how that pretty much happens. So I'm only going to be talking about one race of people, which is my people, which is why I'm only saying black men and black women. You know, I feel like I have to put that disclaimer out there because, you know, black men are so feminine themselves and they get very emotional and triggered when certain terms are used. You know what I mean? And then I don't want to go to have these emotional back and forth in my comment section. Like, it gets really weird, you know? So anyway, let's go ahead and make this bigger. And like the reason why I say black men or black women, are too feminine is because let's talk about providing. For example, that by most part, it depends on your economic level. Some people think providing is tricky, and then other people think providing goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? And when a woman comes along and says, well, you should provide for me, you know, of course I got your back if you fall off and stuff like that, because of course while you was paying for everything, I was also stacking if she wasn't busy raising 10 or 12 kids, you know, like back in the older days, you know, like for me, I had my own companies, right? So if my boyfriend was to move in here, or if we move somewhere together, he would be paying all the bills. And of course, all the revenue that I'm generating from my company, I'm setting us up to be even richer. You know, I'm going to get a Chick-fil-A or something, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, and then he might lose his job, hurt his foot, and I got to pay all the bills for 6-7 months till he get back on his feet. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But anyway, they want to be provided for, which is really the reason why they really started big upping interracial dating. It was to make white women feel better because they knew they were using them. That's why if you look at that Cynthia G's channel, they got the same black men we get. See, the only reason they was big upping them is not so much as, and I'm talking about not on our economic sphere. I'm not talking about like the rich, the famous, the athletes. So, you know, they just think that's a badge of honor, you know, getting with someone other than them and giving birth to a white child other than a black child. So that's a different video. But providing for is looked down on. Now, being a provider is masculine, right? Do we all agree? Being a provider is something that men do. Men provide. Is that correct? We all agree with that, right? Okay, cool. Guess what? If men provide and you want an independent woman that can provide, that means, i.e., the woman is too feminine because she doesn't feel like she's supposed to provide for a man, which is true. Even if you say, oh, we're going 50-50 on everything. Okay, well, that's a roommate. That is definitely not a relationship. That is a roommate. I am your roommate. We are roommates. We aren't together in that spectrum. A lot of women fall for that because I guess they don't want to be single. I, however, do not mind it. So, say, for example, your air conditioner breaks on your car. You're supposed to be able to go say, babe, my air conditioner broke. He's supposed to come get your car, leave you with his, and drop your car for the mechanic to get fixed, right? That's what he's supposed to do. Now, men prefer women know what to do. Oh, your air conditioner broke. You should know a mechanic. You should know. You should know where to take it. Like, take it to the dealership. Like, you're supposed to know how to do that. Men want a man. And they don't want to admit it. But they want a man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Independence. They want a woman that's independent. Okay, let's talk about independence. Independence is something that's gained by the man and shared with the woman. We can look at every independent revolution that took place right here in this country. White men fought for their independence from their monarch. And their woman was able to take advantage and use that independence as well after the man gained it, right? So, with that being said, you want an independent woman. You want a woman to create her own independence that you can then pilfer off of. Again, and if a woman has a problem with that, which every woman does, so I know y'all never thought about that before. We are too feminine. That's why majority of black women are single. Let's talk about dating, for example. Men nowadays, especially in our culture, they don't say, unless you're fortunate enough to get an older school gentleman like I've been fortunate enough to meet throughout the time. They don't say, hey, be ready by 8 o'clock. I'm first to come pick you up to take you to go do this, that, and the third. You know, that's how people date me. They come and say, I was calling to see if you want to go do this. I was calling to see if you want to go do that. They called me to hang out. You know what I mean? Now, I've called them too, but that's after we have, been doing this for a while. You know what I mean? Like, babe, hey, I heard about this art show. I heard about this. You want to go do that? That's cool. But for the most part, the man is in control of all of that. Hey, put on some tennis shoes and put this on, put on some jeans. We're going to go on this trail ride. You know what I mean? That's a masculine thing, right? Do we agree? Are we all in agreement? Okay, so with that being said, is it not me stepping out of my feminism to plan a date for you? Right? If I gotta pick the restaurant, the time, the attire, is that not me stepping out of my femininity to hop into a masculine role? Now we're talking about dating. I don't want to hear that shit about, it's the new wave, it's the new future, and the roles are reversed and all that shit, and there is no more gender roles. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? Trap House, I threw you off. I don't know how I threw you off. It's the truth. Do you not agree? Now that you went back and heard how this started and how we're going, you don't agree that men want masculine women. They complain about masculinity all the time, but they don't complain about the bread that's being made. They don't complain about the money that the bread is the money. They don't complain about how the money is spent, especially when it's spent on their Jordans and their Nike outfits. They don't complain about being able to cap and ride in her Benz. You know what I mean? To go cheat on her with other hoes that think he got a Benz. They don't think any of these masculine traits are feminine. You know what I'm saying? But they complain about it. But anyway. So when it comes to dating, me planning the date and doing all of this rigmarole, even asking you on the first date, all that is masculine. See, and they appreciate that. That men feel like, oh, well, you must. I had one guy tell me, I didn't feel like you wanted to go out with me because you never asked me out. What? I never asked you out? They want masculinity. If you are too feminine, you will not get a man, honey. If you the cooking and cleaning type, girl, you better be the hard working, know how to change my oil type. You'll get a man. These men want men. Why do you think men are so attracted to the Kevin Samuels platform? See? Why? Remember, he's talking about daytime television and black men never had a voice on daytime television. Where's the black male Oprah? What the fuck? You want to know why there wasn't anything targeted to the black male or the male demographic in general on daytime TV? Because y'all supposed to have your ass at work making money to provide. That's why. Daytime TV is for the housewife that's cooking and cleaning and raising the kids. That's what daytime TV is for. And if you are too feminine, they call it old fashioned. But if you are too feminine, you will not get a man. If you're not going to work as hard as he work, and I don't want to hear that bullshit about it's a different time and a different age and black men can't afford to take care of a house by themselves because of how much these jobs pay, get a better job. I have a homegirl who was a manager at a Family Dollar, and she could afford a mini mansion. So get a better job. Hop into middle management. Go to school. Get a trade. Go learn how to weld. Sawdust. Is that what they call it? Sawdusting? Is that a thing? Or is that just a product of sand and wood? I'm not sure. I'm a female. I'm feminine. I have no idea what that is. Even though I know my way around a carburetor, I shouldn't have to fix my own car if I have a man. You see what I'm saying? But they appreciate the woman who can fix her own car because they don't have to pay for it. It's kind of like the weave argument. Let me see. We want black women that respect us and love us like grandma and grandpa love was. Yeah, but grandpa provided for grandma. See, he earned what he was given from that woman. He knew grandpa knew his place as a man, and grandma knew her place as a woman. We're not talking about those older time couples, those traditional couples. We're talking about these new millennial youngsters that were born in between the 80s and the 2000s. We're talking about that peer group, that 30-year peer group there. They don't want a feminine woman. In your grandfather's day, they were seeking out femininity. Now, Trap House, you are seeking out masculinity in women. You want a independent woman. INDEPE. Isn't that what y'all said? She got her own house. She got her own car. Work hard, 2 jobs. She a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. They want a man. They want a man. My grandfather bought my grandmother a house. She made it a home. My father bought my mother a house. She made it a home. So let's not get it twisted. Now you want her to already have a house that's turned into a home for you to come nest in. That's masculinity. And they're not saying they want to I want to buy her a house. I want to buy her a car. They want you to work hard. 2 jobs. And that make you a bad broad. And if you ain't got all that, sit the fuck down. Because I don't want to provide it for you. They want to be the females. Yes. Let me tell you something. Women used to move in with men. You know, you were court for a while. You would move into the man's house to see if you guys are going to work. If you don't work, then she'll move back in her mama, get her stuff together and move back in her own apartment or her own house, whatever the case may be. Now, to see if it's going to work, the men are moving into the women's houses. You know how many men have tried to move into my home? Stop. Well, since you already got one, don't make no sense. I might as well just get the fuck out of here. Nah, I could always have to. We can rent this bitch out and see what it do. So, let's see. He's the love like my grandpa was. He's the one voice for straight black men. Are you talking about Kevin Samuels is the one voice for straight black men? How is a homosexual, I'm sorry, I'm not going to call him a homosexual. I have no idea who he sleeps with. But he's a very feminine man. So how is a very effeminate man, an extremely effeminate man? I'm not talking about yin and yang balance. I'm talking about how is a very effeminate man the spokesperson for a supposed to be masculine society or masculine demographic of men? Trap House. How is that? And why do men need a voice representative? I don't understand that. That's that feminine stuff. That's that talk show mentality that housewives had. And you don't see the femininity in that, sir? Like, are you seriously gonna sit up here and bussy pop for Kevin Samuels? When he's telling these men, don't be stepfathers, even though we know 80% of your demographic abandons these women if they have lied and told that they're going to be in a relationship with. And then most of the times you end up breaking up during the pregnancy. He's not there. He don't want to pay child support. Child support is the devil. It took them out of the home even though they left before having to put in the request for that child support. The contradiction is real. So how is he speaking for the black male demographic? Like what is he telling y'all? What is he putting into y'all besides being derelict degenerates? Why are a black man should not be worried about if a woman is high earning or not. He should be worried about, is she mannerable? Is she well spoken? How does she feel about raising kids? Does she believe in corporal punishment or verbal punishment? Those are the things that a man should be worried about when speaking to a woman. No, men are worried about her income. Matter of fact, the first thing Kevin Samuels asks is, What size of you are you and what you do for a living? Matter of fact, he asked you what you do for a living first. That should be the last thing on a man's mind when it comes to choosing a date, to date someone, potentially for marriage or to get serious with. The last thing you should be worried about is her income. Because quite frankly, it is not her role to be the provider in what could potentially turn into a serious relationship. That would be the male role. But since men want masculinity and they don't want femininity in their women, they don't celebrate femininity in women anymore. They don't celebrate the docile. That's why there's this thing going around telling black men to protect black women. You know? And then they say we should be able to protect ourselves. There's one guy that said, well, hell, who protects black men? Black men are supposed black men are supposed to protect their goddamn self. Okay? You shouldn't need your woman to protect you. Who wants their woman to protect them? Like, you want me to get into a gun battle? Like, that's what dudes do. Dudes get into gun battles with other dudes. You want your woman to hop in that gun battle too? You want your girl to go in the kitchen and help you cook your work and then sell it too? Like, y'all want boyfriends with vaginas. I'm not trying to call you guys gay or anything like that. I'm speaking sarcastically. But y'all want boyfriends mentally. You know what I mean? That's what y'all want. Y'all don't want these feminine women. See, for me, a hustle would be starting a Chick-fil-A or starting a new corporation or starting a business. So say, for example, I dated a dope boy who made all his money in the streets. Now I'm not going to go out there and hustle with you. That's something men do. But what I can do is hop on this paperwork and hop on this computer and get us a lot and open and franchise us a Chick-fil-A with your money. And I can take your money, your street money, and turn it to legitimate money. See, that's a function. That's a more of a feminine function than me getting out there shooting shots in the gym with you. Like, make it make sense. And I know this is going to put a lot of black men on edge, but that's just the truth. You guys do not celebrate femininity, nor do you appreciate it. You know? You want a woman with some money so that you can go and nest over there with her. You want, even if you are a quote-unquote rich man, we all know Dr. Carter G. Woodson said the more education they get, the more money they get, the least likely they are to be a benefit to their community. That was what another black man said about black men. So let's keep that all the way a buck. So even if when they do get rich, you know what I'm saying, and they do get with these white submissive women, we find out years later she was at home slapping him, abusing him, calling him nigga, the N-word, right? How many pro ball players have divorced their exotical, their white queen, their preference, and then he goes about how verbally abusive she was. She used to throw stuff at me. She did this. She did that. You know, we could even bring up a rich white couple, that French lady and Johnny Depp. How she used to just beat on Johnny Depp all the time. So they're saying that these ladies are submissive and they're this and they're that, but they're not. They're really hyper masculine. That's what they like. That football player that got engaged to that Becky Sue on the field, and the mama was looking at her like this. Remember when they broke up, their recording came out about how she was throwing stuff at him and calling him the N-word, and he was like, "Stop! Why do you always do this?" And she said, "Because she can." Y'all don't remember? Let me try to pull it up. They like it. They're not dating even these European exotical, racially ambiguous women, thinking that they're getting this submissive woman. They like them. They don't celebrate femininity on any level, on any social, political, financial status. No matter the status, they do celebrating femininity is a thing of the past in our culture, in our race. And that's just the truth. Even the black women I know that are married, they are very masculine. They are very take charge in there. Not so much as even in their home, because that's the sphere in which they're supposed to be managing and making that house a home. But they're very take charge in general. They're very take charge in the courtship. You know what I mean? They ran their men. Like you would expect a man to run a woman, they ran their men and walked their ass straight down that goddamn aisle. I had a homegirl, her man worked in the streets. She take money and throw it back in the streets with him. He go on her stash spot and take money. You see what I'm saying? That's feminine. You would expect a woman to go on her man's stash spot and peel off a couple hundreds. And baby, I took a couple hundreds to go to the grocery store or to buy a purse, whatever. You know, I'm going to put it back. You know, you don't expect a man to go on his woman's stash spot. They do not celebrate femininity in this community anymore. And it's going to bring our race to its knees. Okay, so let me give you an example. Now, this is a video that I looked at before. Let's see. Now, look at how feminine this guy is about to be. Y'all remember when I brought this big titty bastard up right here, right? I didn't mean to call him a bastard. I'm sorry. Watch this.
Because we are very protective, definitely over what we, you know.
No, he said, do you think they're being unprotected?
We're unprotected for sure. It don't get no worse than that.
The topic is, are black women protected by black men in society? And they switched it to start talking about black women not protecting black men. Who wants their woman to protect them? Just think about it. We can take it back to the civil rights days when we was out there getting ate up by German shepherds just like they were. They wasn't telling us, stay at home. We got this. We're going to go out there and pick up arms. They picked up picket signs and go out there and get this independence and bring it back for you to nest in. Like other races of men did. They weren't strapping bombs to their chest for their independence. Nah. And if you require that of a man, if you require a man to be masculine, oh, honey, you can stop. You better be cool with this role reversal and the black woman be the man and the man be the woman. How many daddies you see on Instagram talking about they watching the kids? You know why they watching the kids? Because she's at work. Y'all know I'm in the beauty industry. Of course, I'm in many other industries, but you know, one of my industries is the beauty industry. I hear them on the phone all the time with their husbands and baby daddies. In my mind, I be laughing, but you know, it is what it is. So let me let them finish. Watch this.
Do you see how women can say that though?
But do you want? Let's be real. My wife, I know she gonna stand up. I don't want
sir. That's a lie. The new age black women have picked up a Western way of living from their moms. What do you mean by that, sir? Now, what it sounds like you're trying to say is you're trying to blame women, black women, for the mentality or the new mentality of black men, and you can't do that. You can't do that. By Western, I'm assuming you mean European. Nobody fought off Western living like the black woman. You know, it was a black man, and go look at my last live where I said the denial of separate but equal. Black men denied living separate and wanted to ingratiate themselves into white culture. Black women just followed their man. Okay? So if black women learned how to live like Western women, it's because black men forced us into white spaces to where and we picked up some of their pathology. If by that logic, if that's what you're trying to say. But most black women, not racially ambiguous, not mixed, not ones that have white mamas or white daddies or Mexican daddies. Or we know Mexican is still white. It's an ethnicity and a culture. There's only two races. Ours and theirs. But anyway, so Asian, all that shit is still white. So I'm not talking about the mix, the racially ambiguous, or the many different shades of European that they are. Okay? Because a lot of y'all like to use black interchangeably. We're talking about black women. Most black women do not live in a Western lifestyle. Those are those men that want to live like that and forced us into white spaces. Weave, twerking, fake nails. None of that shit is Western. Y'all give white people too much credit. White people want to be us. Do you know that A white person invented the curling system in which white women can now have curly hair, curly bushy hair, like good hair. Twerking, that goes back to tribal dancing. What are you talking about? And really, white people started twerking first because it was very easy for them to do, because they really couldn't dance like black people as far as the winding and stuff that we do. Come on, don't act like you wasn't in the club back in the day. And see, black men always do this. They bring up weave, nails, and hair, and blame all of our socio, political, and financial issues on our hair. Sir Amon Twerk House, Trap House, go look at my video. Everything is the black woman's fault. You start from there and work your way up, because you're not ready for this conversation, dude. You need to go to your prerequisites. Because for you to bring up weaves, dancing at nightclubs, because people just are walking around twerking. I'm not twerking right now, but I will be twerking later when my guy friend come pick me up and take me out. Okay, because we're definitely going to dance, and I'm definitely going to cut a rug. So, and fake nails. I don't wear fake nails. I keep a nice manicure. Okay? This is commercial hair, but this is a traditional African hairstyle. So now what? This is my hair, and this is my seashell my daughter found me on the beach when we went out on vacation. So tell me, so what? Most women I know look like this. You guys celebrate the long hair that's symbiotic to Europeans. Matter of fact, if black men hadn't forced us into independence, I mean, as far as economic independence, and left their family and forced us to go look for jobs, we never would have straightened our hair or put weave in it. But we had to assimilate so that we could go out there and make some money because of your absentee ass. But we're getting off topic. We're getting off subject. You can come in later. I never blame black women. Yes, you are. You just said that this new age black woman picked up the Western way of living from their moms. That is a statement blaming black women's moms for a white mentality of the today's black woman. So you're blaming a black woman for today's black woman. That is definitely placing the blame. It don't have nothing to do with the absentee daddy, though. Which is why she had to go work and be a high earning woman in the first place. Okay? Not that I would have never started my own companies. Not that I wouldn't have this influx of income coming from myself. Had I been married and had a man, it probably would have been a lot easier with his moral and emotional and financial support. But I would have also had a different household and a different way of living, and the children would have been raised differently if it was in a 2-parent household. So again, black men do not value femininity. So, Trap House, give me an example of today's black men as a collective, not you, not your grandfather, not your daddy and them. I want to know as a collective, give me a collective example of black men celebrating black femininity. Celebrating it. Putting it in the forefront, saying that that's what they want. Because I can show you, and to help you answer the question, you can go back to the video where I'm giving these consistent examples of how they do not celebrate femininity. They frown down on providing. They feel like the woman should help provide, which is a masculine trait. They feel like the woman should know their way around a carburetor, a motor, and know how to change the oil and know how to change a tire. Okay? They feel like this. Give the same way I'm giving you these examples of men wanting masculine women. Give me examples of men wanting feminine women. Give me an example, because I would love to hear it. I would love to hear you counter that, because as a woman out here in this world, you know, when I'm taking account and I am looking, I've even tested it out. When you get aggressive and tell a guy, F you, you're going to get a quicker response than when you say, I feel like we need to talk. But when you get masculine on his ass, say, nigga, fuck you, bitch. Now all of a sudden, you get a response. You get a phone call. But there is no response to the feminine way you approach him with the problem that you were having with him at that time. You see what I'm saying? They respond to masculinity. They like it. They love it. They relish in that shit. They want a man that has an ample shape. That's what they want. And the reason why you single, baby, is because you're a woman. Through and through. Through and through. I bake cakes, I cook, I clean, I cater, I do what I'm supposed to do for a man so that he can feel comfortable going out into the world and coming back whole. And if he come back half of what he left at, I'm going to fill him up, make him whole again before he go back out there again. You see what I'm saying? So, but they don't want that. They want you to go out there with him. Both y'all come back half full, arguing, fighting, fussing with each other aggressively in a masculine manner. Take a bath, go to sleep, deplete yourself all over again and go out. They want the kids raised in school and daycare instead of at home with at least a parent while I'm going out there making the money. A lot of black men are degenerates because they don't have black male examples. And the reason why they're attracted to masculinity is because they watch their mom be mom and dad. So if we're going to blame the older people, Trap House, then let's blame. I'm not talking about beta males. No, I'm talking about all males. All of them collectively. We're not going to separate them. We're talking about the black male demographic. We're not talking about alpha. We're not talking about beta. We're not talking about that. Because if that's the case, if we want to talk about alpha males, tell me what an alpha male is. Okay? And then I'll show you an alpha male who wants you to go half on the bills. So don't tell me what I'm talking about. I asked you a clear question, which is give me an example of black men celebrating femininity and honing on and wanting femininity. And then tell me those feminine traits. Because you know, just like I do, they want that girl to help them pay bills. They feel like they being used if she's not helping pay bills. If she's not being a man right along with them, then they using them. They tricking. Okay. Let's finish this and I'm going to show y'all something else.
Protecting me like that? I'm not even wanting to put herself in.
Now, and we're not going to say that Jay here is a beta male. He own his own company. He's high earning and all that there stuff, right? But he's wanting protection.
But I know she would.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
So, okay, who protects the black man? Who's supposed to protect the black man?
We protect ourselves.
I think, bro. So I'm gonna tell you something though.
You seen the movie King?
Listen.
And Queen.
Tigers and lions. For sure. I'm gonna tell you.
See.
Tell you something, bro. Black women. I'm gonna tell you something about black women. I don't know a lot about all these other races. Mm-hmm. I know a black woman gonna talk her shit.
Yes, sir.
It takes a real man to lead a black woman, a strong black woman. But when a black woman fall in love with you, listen, bro. I know my black woman.
It's like hard to get it unfollowed.
Not even that's what I'm saying. Bro, a black woman gonna talk shit for you. Mm-hmm. She gonna look out for you. If your burger not right, and you said, baby, let's just leave. No, if we go back in there real quick. We're supposed to have 2 letters on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I gotta disagree. I think the black man has to protect the black man. It starts with our image and how we respect ourselves. But that's a whole different deep conversation. I get what you're saying though. You know what I'm saying? I think
so that he's responding to the guy in the black background. But to my point, you heard how he said that if the burger not right, he'd be like, baby, let's just go ahead and go. Don't worry about it. Which is a feminine response. And she says, oh no, we're gonna go in there and get this burger correctly. Excuse me, he didn't want any onions and he wanted extra mayonnaise. They like the masculinity. They don't want that docile female. They don't want a womanly woman. They want a manly woman. My cousin, she helped. While this guy sat on the porch, I wouldn't have done it. She helped him level the foundation on his house. My cousin, the girl. She helped level out the foundation of the guy that she was messing with house. Oh, he appreciated her for it. Why he didn't know how to level out the foundation of his own house? And y'all want masculine women. Y'all want it. Y'all want it. I'm waiting, Ahmad. I'm waiting on Maud because this man is. Both of them seem to be alpha-ish. They're married. They're strong-willed. Let's see, what is an alpha male? Make sure I've got the right definition. Because a lion is considered an alpha male, but he still sending his bitch out there to hunt. Hell out of here. All right. Oh. Alpha males are those top society status hierarchy that have greater access to power, money. Well, if that's the case, that's the myth of the alpha male. Because if that's the definition of an alpha male, no black man is an alpha male. White men are alpha males. And until you do away with white supremacy, all of y'all are betas. If we gonna go by this, let me just look up straight definition. Alpha male personality. Highly intelligent, confident, and successful. Alpha males I apologize. Alpha males represent about 70% of all senior executives. Again, white. As a label implies, they are the people who aren't happy unless they're the top dogs, the ones calling the shots. No, black men are happy right here in being the bottom of the barrel in white society. They are happy because ain't nobody fighting to get out of it. Even when black men get rich, if they are married to a black woman, they still move them to white society for the better schools. Go look at the video I just made. The denial of separate but equal. So anyway, so now that we got that alpha beta male shit swept under the rug and debunked, let's go back to what I'm saying. You are single because you are feminine, and they want men. So I'm gonna give you an example. They just like titties and ass. They want you to mentally be a man.
I don't know, man. I get what black women are saying. Like I was offended at first. But if you see a black woman on the street getting disrespected by some white supremacists, are you gonna jump in if you don't know her? Nah.
See?
See, that's it.
So, you shade the black men. Okay. No, I'm not shading black men. I'm stating facts. Let's not have an emotional response, because if that's the case, if we was gonna get emotional about it, then I'll be crying right now at the state of black men, at the mental state of black men, and how they're not willing to fight and die. White men, I don't care what culture it is, they will strap a bomb to their motherfucking chest to prove a motherfucking point. You know what I'm saying? When they blew up Black Wall Street, look at my trap house. Go look at my video, The Murder of Black Entrepreneurship. When all that mass genocide was happening, we wasn't fighting back. They was running and hiding in woods with the women and the children. Running and escaping. And now black men are scared to step up and be leaders because they don't want to get assassinated. You have Kevin Samuels trying to lead black men to where? Behind his laptop. He leading y'all straight to feminism. He not telling y'all strap up, get y'all guns, let's go take care of these officers. Every officer that has murdered a black man is still breathing. If he's not back on the street, on the beat, murdering some more, he's had a nice promotion and he's sitting behind the desk. He might even be working in internal affairs. So it's not no shade, sir. It is what it is. The truth hurt. The truth hurt me and the truth hurt you. So let's not go there. We're just talking about the reason why black women are single is because they possess too much femininity, and femininity is not celebrated by black men. And that's just the truth about it. Trap House. What's BS? Tell me what is BS, sir. I wish I had a Zoom to call you in here so you could speak. What is BS? Because that's the truth. During the civil rights movement, they said no violence. But like Malcolm X said, there's no such thing as a bloodless revolution. The bloodless revolutions were right here on American soil. So until we ready to shed some motherfucking blood, all that marching and walking and talking ain't gonna get us nothing. That's just the truth of the matter. And even during the civil rights movement, the people who wanted to shoot up some shit were the black women. Let's just be real. So, come on. You know, I'm hurt just like you hurt. We all hurt. But what we gonna do about being hurt? I can't take my pistol out there and then fight by myself. Black men would rather beef at the corner and shoot each other than shoot the cop that's shooting at them. That's crazy. But that's a different video. Right now we're talking about the lack of celebration of femininity. So you said you had to think about it. You kind of right. I think about it a little bit. Yeah, think about it, baby. They like that shit. I'm gonna give you another example, Trap House, because I feel like as a man, you're the only one that's gonna be able to correct male behavior because they don't listen to women. They don't. So watch this. This gonna really flip your top.
You got to see the situation. So you just gonna dumbly jump yourself into a gunfight without a gun? You know what I'm saying? Like some shit, just like another thing about it, that's a problem with us as well today. A lot of us are into minding our own business. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you be minding your own business? You said woman in trouble.
You know what I'm saying?
That's if I'm getting beat on the corner, he not gonna come help me.
You gotta look at it. And then
they gonna say, "Oh, she gonna be with that nigga later." He could be kidnapping me.
I'll be on Facebook.
Like that black guy.
Restaurant and this white man.
And this is why they like
black woman in front of her son. And I'm just like, I can't tell you that I couldn't just watch that, bro.
Pause. And this is why they like black females with masculinity. This guy watched his exotical be kidnapped. I'm pretty sure y'all saw it on Instagram where the guy called 911. Yo, somebody just took my girlfriend. He on a security uniform. He just threw her in the car and they found her body later. Now, had she been like me, who stays strapped because I know a black man's not gonna protect me. If I'm in danger, I'm in danger. I gotta get myself out of it. Then I'm gonna start busting. He'd have been so, they got to kidnap my gal and she started shooting. She protected herself. You know, he'd have been proud of that. He'd have been one up and got high fives and all of that. I'd have been so gangster at that moment. But I can't rest in my femininity and trust that if you see me outside getting kidnapped, you're going to come out the house and start dumping on them and scare them off. You know, that's sad, right? Watch this. Watch this. How do you make it back big?
So, you want to get hired before
y'all know how I make it back big? Shit.
summer ends?
I should
The
never made
hottest
it.
tech
Now I don't know
companies
what to
are
do.
desperate to hire for customer success and tech sales.
Or maybe I have to play it
Question:
first.
Do you guys think it's a problem, like if you guys split the bill for the first day?
You heard him, right?
No, not at all. Okay.
Rewind that.
I'm fine with that.
Rewind it. Listen.
Wait. Quick question: do you guys think it's a problem, like if you guys split the bill for the first day? No, not at all. Okay.
Are you cool with that?
No, I'm fine with that.
All of them are fine with that. They cool with splitting the bill on the first date. So on the first date, you're going to give this woman the impression that you cannot provide a simple meal? Now, we all know how first dates go. First dates be the cheapest date ever. We're either meeting up to have coffee. We're going to a sports bar to have some chicken wings. You know, first dates are very, we're going somewhere where we can sit and talk, you know. Because on the first date, you want to get to know somebody. You might go to a little happy hour, shoot you a couple of shots. And, you know, first dates are top golf and stuff like that. First dates cost like $100. You know what I mean? And you want her, you cool with splitting that cheap ass date with her. You have to be masculine if you want a man. Listen to him. And listen to the panel of them. Every shade, every hue, every age. Let's go.
A lot of women nowadays.
The only one that said that was surprised that, and he said, "Are y'all good with that?" Is this brother here in the black shirt? No, we lost the fight and we refused to go to war. Trap House. What am I wrong about? I know I'm right. Tell me what you think I'm wrong about. But we lose the fight but win the war. We lost the battle and refused to go to war. What do you mean? They bombed all our black businesses. A lot of them ingratiated themselves into our businesses and then like beat up the owners and stuff like that. Then Then because they were poor immigrants, they were homeless. You seen gangs in New York, they didn't have shit a pot to piss in or the window to pour it out of. They would beat up local mom and pop black store owners and then take the store for themselves and say that, oh, this my land, this mine, this mine. They were basically punking niggas out they shit. Excuse my language, but like I get real mad when I think about it. They were punking niggas out they shit, and they wasn't going to get. And these they was sticks and bats at the time. We had the guns. We wasn't coming back busting. Black women was. My grandma had to shoot up old man Pete and them family. There, we own a town, a whole town. All the acres are ours, and the paper mill was ours at the time too. And old man Pete, I want to say maybe it was his great grandfather, because this happened with my great grandmother's children. Okay, so with my great grandmother's children, when my great grandparents were small. I don't know what I don't know what papa was at, but they came over there to snatch one of the boys up. She out there with a pistol. This is during the civil rights and all that there stuff. This is during the separate but equal, when we were separate but rich. So we wasn't equal to white folk. We were separate and shitting on white folk at the time that this first came about in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So and I don't know what they were trying to do, but she was busting at them and got them off her land. It is what it is. So that y'all like that masculinity in us. Y'all want us to go out there and shoot for y'all and all this and all that. Y'all don't want no feminine black woman. It is what it is. But I definitely want you to tell me what I'm wrong about. Play.
He was like, "Yo, cool with that." He said, "Yo, I want to hear what you. I want to hear it."
I mean, we just friends, right? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
On the first date, we just friends. Exactly. So on that first date, it's cheap as hell. Listen,
if I'm dating, you possibly interested?
Is that an indicator?
See, and that's some simple stuff right there, because to be honest with you, we are not going to even be on a first date if you're not interested. So you already know you're interested. Listen to how masculine they want their woman. Listen.
Does y'all split, or if you take it?
Goes, though. Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm old school, so if I'm interested enough to take you out, like a first date could be at the crib. So like,
Can't
if
be.
I'm interested enough to take you out, then I'm going in.
Black women, don't do that. Don't make yourself that vulnerable and let a first date be at your house or his house. Because that's how a lot of young ladies get taken out the game and get murdered. Or either they come in your house and see what you got and come back and rob you, or just want to come nest and live in your shit because they see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Don't make yourself vulnerable by going over his house where he running stuff at. Your first date should always be in public. Your first date should never be at the crib. That's like a 5th, 6th, 7th date where you making him dinner and stuff like that. Just word to the wise.
Into it, knowing like I'm gonna pay for the. You might not get the second one.
Is happy as hell. Right?
No, but I mean,
here's my rules. If we go on a first date, this is all. When the check comes, this is all I need you to do.
A reach. You just need
It's
a reach.
Out of here.
You want her to reach for it so you can say, I got it. What the fuck? No, they want you to be masculine. What feminine woman you know, number one, when the waiter comes, no matter what color the waiter is, they put it in front of the man anyway. Right? Most of the time. Now they're getting a little scared. They just put that bitch in the middle. But it's expected for the man to pay because the man is the provider. Especially if you go to these white restaurants. You know what I mean? They put it right there in front of his ass. Here. I know you ain't expecting her to pay for it. And he wants you to be masculine enough to reach for the check. You must reach for that check so fast I can't reach for it. I'm coming, guys. That's crazy. So, at some point, we're going to have to get over that. Like, y'all going to have to start checking yourself, black men. Y'all got to start checking yourselves and talking to one another and saying, no. No means no. Listen to this.
I got this. But that reach shows me intention.
I like the reach. No, that's true. But
they like the reach.
They know that. They'll reach and they don't even got there first.
We playing the game.
They'll reach for nothing.
The gesture.
Not hard enough, but when you're over, you're like,
I see you don't got shit over there.
Gesture.
Even with the reach, though, you think you reach, whether it was real or fraud. Right. You was like, right. I appreciate that.
Right. Hey,
I got it. Don't worry.
If you give me the reach, I respect the reach. And especially sometimes the lady takes the bill all day, and I'm like, wow,
look at
this
that.
We in a different game when she takes the first.
When she pays for the first date, we in a different game. They like that. That is masculinity. They want masculine women. They complain about, black women are too masculine. Black women are too masculine. Nah, they're using these words interchangeably. The truth is, black women are too feminine. They want you to be masculine. You just heard them say, we're in a different ballgame when she paid for the first chick. They really like that. They want you to pay and provide and do all the manly things. They want that. Even Kevin Samuels promotes that. He calls the women that work hard and have all their money together masculine, but he doesn't tell them it's a bad thing and that you need to be more feminine. Your man's supposed to be paying for everything. And then don't let them be like unattractive to him, be his competitor, unattractive to him. Then he's going to tell them they ain't going to get no man nowhere. Listen, anyway, let's go. We ain't going to talk about him.
By the way, I didn't say I didn't pay. I was just asking.
No.
Because he was like,
how do y'all feel when the woman pay?
Well, no,
that's what I'm saying.
He's like, we don't even split.
I don't even feel. I've never had that experience. I'm like, it sounds funny to me because.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
How long you been married?
3.5 years.
But how long have you guys been dating? Or
so we 7.
7.
And as far as you asked about having a plan, like.
Yeah, we got off topic.
No. Thinking when we first started dating, like, I just knew it was different. As corny as it sounds, like, I'm really actually proud to say that my wife is like the only woman I ever courted. Like, I didn't even realize that till we were like into the process. Because I guess when you're thinking about a plan, you're like, all right, this is the spot I go to. I'm gonna show where it is.
$2 wells.
Yeah.
Back to the crib.
Ask you what you meant by plan, like a long-term plan, or just like planning that first date. Or?
I mean, it could be both ways. It could be like, do you have a plan when you are trying to just like find a partner? Do you have a plan once you find that partner? For the gents who are married here, like obviously you had a plan. I'm guessing you guys wouldn't be married this long.
It depends on the environment.
What do you mean?
Like where you meet.
He's like, if you in a club,
my plan for that night might be different than
I agree.
at church.
I was telling my homegirl yesterday, it's all about the environment, the situation. Like if you meet someone out and about at the club, that's very different than being at a kickback and your friend introduces you to someone because y'all in the same industry or they just think you guys have something in common. So
a lot of different factors.
Yeah, I prefer a kickback more than a club. Like I think the vibe is much better, with someone you can talk to them. Hell, you gotta holler at them, stuff like that when y'all standing this close. So
that's why you get people a number and ask them on dates later. You're attractive. Let me get your number. Talk to you on the phone a couple times. Hey, would you like to go out? Like, but you heard the femininity of it all. You heard them say it. Oh, she paid for the first check. Oh, well, I wouldn't mind splitting the check with her. Come on, y'all. You are too feminine, black woman, and that is why you're single. That is why. They want good providers. Black men want good providers. They don't want good nurturers. They don't want the stuff that associate with femininity. Let's look it up real quick before I go, because this is like so funny to me. So, yeah, black men aren't alpha males, so you guys are all betas. Sorry, it is what it is. Black females are more alpha male than black males simply because we're the highest educated. We fought and scraped and pulled ourselves up from the bootstrap and made something of ourselves. And y'all didn't want to do it too. We willing to die for this shit, but y'all wasn't. It is what it is. Fannie Lou Hamer, a lot of black women gave up their lives for black women to be able to get doctorate degrees and go to college and make something of themselves. You know? W.E.B. Du Bois, bitch ass Du Bois just led black men astray. Martin Luther King led black men astray. You know, the civil rights movement was just access to white spaces. It is what it is. But anyway, let's go look up femininity. Oops. Oh. Okay, qualities and attributes regarding to the characteristics of a woman, right? Here we go. That's what I was looking for. What are feminine qualities? Traits traditionally cited as feminine include gracefulness, gentleness, empathy, humility, sensitivity. All of which none of them want. Especially not gracefulness. They want you to be cutthroat, honey. Okay. How do you define femininity? The quality of acting in a typically womanly, girlish, or feminine way. How do you show femininity? Listen to your gut feeling when you apply logic in your masculine. Let me see. Oh, Lord. One of them pages. This is do. Okay, listen to your gut feeling. Reflect on the thoughts and experiences. Let the man do the work. Express yourself creatively. Practice playfulness. Okay. Fuck. That was weird. Okay. Now let's look up masculinity. We get the gist. We get the point. So let's go to masculinity. Then we're going to do masculinity versus femininity. Okay, masculinity. Okay, of course it's the same. Characteristics associated with being a man. How do you define it? Here we go. Characteristics. Traits. Strength. Courage. Independence. Leadership. Assertiveness. These are all the things they want in a woman. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna let you listen to this group of men say it. Okay? It's called What Do Men Want? And I'm gonna let you hear them say it. They didn't say nothing about no gracefulness. They want strength, courage, independence, leadership, and assertiveness. This is what they want. This is what they're attracted to. So if you don't get some man about you, bitch, you don't never get no man. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so now we're gonna go. Let this black man tell you what do men want. Hold on. History. Was it this one? I think I had it earmarked.
The only thing my dentist told me is that I needed to straighten my teeth, and I honestly did not have the money to do braces.
Can't understand each other. You know, majority of the women.
I'm about to get off. I didn't want to be on for like an hour.
Systematically are taught not to like each other. If you look at just cosmetics, like he said, light skin, light eyes. You know, you see a woman. All these women on TV are getting lip injections, right? But if a black woman walks in with full lips, her lips are too big. What black men are going through in these days is that we're trying to grind. We're trying to establish ourselves. A lot of the men up here got bachelor's degrees, right? You're the first in your family to get a bachelor's degree, probably, right? Did your father have a bachelor's degree? So what we're competing against is that a lot of black women looking on TV and they're living that lifestyle like, man, I want somebody.
Oh, shit. God damn it. That is not what I meant to do. Is there a war on masculinity? Girl, hell no. There's too much masculinity going on out here. Is there a war on femininity is the problem. So how do you go back? So we're going to do this.
Hello
History,
and welcome to the Grapevine.
and then booyah. It was what do men
Somebody
want
who's
though?
25, fully developed spiritually, mentally. That's one. Two, she has to know that everything is.
It's a personal connection. There's good vibes, there's good energy, there's good chemistry between people, and you try it out, and you fill them out, and if you really feel each other, then you both connect in some kind of way and work hard to make the other person happy.
What is on this list?
I think there's 4 things.
Just 4? Okay.
So 1, she lets you chase your dreams in peace. That's 1. 2, she has to know that everything is all about improvement. So physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually, there's always room for improvement. 3, magic. Right? Magic. So when you meet someone, it's like, I just want to get to...
Okay. Because he's gonna contradict all that in just a second. No. God dang it. Y'all know I'm flopsy when it comes to this thing. I press the home button, so press back on my face, right? And then I don't want to go to my channel. Where's history? Do I go? You guys help me out. Oh, here it is. Okay, history. And what do men want? Gender roles. Here it is. What do men want? Yeah, this one is short to the point. It's like 5 minutes.
Your biggest pet peeves about the opposite sex, relationship timelines, and what takes a woman from girlfriend to wife. Let's meet the men.
I had a great time dating. It was great. I just took that time to realize what I did and didn't want.
Maybe these girls are not ready. They gotta have a lot of things going for them. They gotta be patient women.
To me, dating is different than being in a relationship with somebody.
Okay, here we
go. Most men, at some point in time, want to settle down, whatever settle down means. But the younger you are, it's more of, I'm going to date her for the now.
Make sure you subscribe, Trap House.
Possesses some qualities that make me start to think more about going to that next level.
Now watch this man say what he want. If it's the list out the
whether
list.
you want to get the draws or whether you want to get married, I think in the back of your mind,
Come on,
you're
Bun.
always thinking about
I bet them lights
does
long
this
as hell.
person
I know his neck hurt.
Right. Whether or not you get to, because if she has some good draws, like you want to keep getting those. You know what I mean? And then outside of the draws, if she has some great qualities about her and things that you like, then you're like, okay, you're gonna look past that and beyond that. So I'm looking at it and saying, the end goal is always marriage.
I've been married actually be 9 years in April.
Okay, I don't know what the list is, so we're just gonna respect him and watch this entire 5 minutes.
When we were dating, we had the marriage talk, just having the marriage talk and not me being like, all right, I'm out. Because usually when the marriage talk came up and I knew that this woman wasn't the one, that was the sign that I had to get up out of here. Just real talk. But once we had that talk and I realized that she was the one, I was just like, once we get married, that's it. I'm not going to be getting a divorce, so we need to be 100% sure. Because, I just know many dudes that, they might have been married, a year or 2 years, and then you ask them, be like, what happened? They'd be like, you know what, man, I knew before it happened that it wasn't right.
Right.
So I'm like, then why'd
you do
it?
it?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what everything changes. It'll change if you've been, dating for, 6 months, or you've been dating a year, 5.
Fear in my heart, I literally had a list of 13 things.
Okay.
This is my checklist. And I measured every woman I dated by that. So we might get through the first 8, and then I'm like, oh, nah. This is the last date. Sit, know what you want. It's like shopping list in the supermarket. You can walk in the supermarket hungry. You're going to pick up a bunch of foolery, and it's going to go in the cart.
I think of growing up and aunts. I have 5. And right away. And maybe you should have 5 women, right? And maybe that changes as they get older. But we're fundamentally different from the beginning, and I think this creates this kind of give take, not giving too much information, and a lot of gray area in dating.
Oh, was it this that had the list? Oh, okay. I think maybe
Why do I care
it's
so
at
much
the
what
beginning.
people
Okay.
think about me?
My bad, guys. Oopsie.
I think I'm gay.
This is the last thing we're gonna go over before I leave. Anyway, I just want to show y'all something
We're
real
gonna
quick.
go to
I think, like Stu said, I think it's the environment.
Okay.
Okay.
Same everything on
Fenty.
But it's like,
it's like,
I would say, for me, trust, communication, and faith are probably the three that work for me. I
you sure you're not married?
Right. It's like,
I would say.
It's not like he answered it. You're talking about
those, for me, like those three, like communicate with somebody.
Any characteristics or attributes that we need to check off to make someone our girl? Do you think you had that?
Is 3 too many?
No. I'm saying. I'm just asking, like, is that the reason why we're single, or are we not focused?
I'm picky, but I don't.
I'm just curious because you know that it can be twisted around the other way all the time. Like, say some women are too picky, and that's why they may not have a man. So I'm just curious. What do you? I mean,
I think as long as she's spiritually, physically, and mentally fit, I'm solid with that. And I think timing is everything, though. I think timing is everything, and I think that's why I'm still in the position that I'm in right now. I think God is like, you know what? It's not the right time. Nowadays, I don't know. Like, the women aren't that interested. You know what I'm saying?
I can't find this list, man. It would have just said game match. I watched so many videos today while I was working.
I mean, you see the same thing. It's like all the girls, they look alike. Everybody. They dress alike. They put the same makeup. They put the same everything.
All right, awesome Trap House. Welcome. Welcome to Black
What
Fan.
I look for is like what's underneath it, and not many people have like something of substance because we're all like material.
Just like not at the same level. Jumping into older women. Out here,
or they
out the lane.
They like older women because they're more parental, more masculine, willing to provide, teach, raise, be assertive.
35.
Go get your 35. Well, that transitions us into the plan from the get go. Did it take some time? Obviously, the plan has.
And
I didn't know where you were going for a second.
I'm finna tell you, all right? This is my plan. This was my dating plan. That's how I knew my wife.
Whatever. I can't find it and I gotta go. But I'm telling y'all, when y'all, let me see what. You know what? Maybe I could Google it and they'll bring up the list. Cause y'all all know black men want a girl with some money and cars and own all this, own some land, all the stuff a man supposed to bring to the table. They want a girl to bring to the table. That's just what it is. So let's see. Y'all know I can't type. Leave me alone. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I almost cleared it out. Oh, Lord, I would have had an attack. Black men lives, marries, black men's opinions as to why black women, white dark-skinned girls like me aren't getting married. All this colorism stuff coming up. I just said, what? 7 things single black men don't approach. What? 7 reasons why single black men don't approach what? Black women. We don't seem as fun. Oh, wow. We look like we can't be bothered. I'm going to do a video on this article. But let me go back here. I got to find this list, y'all. I'm going to type it fast this time, y'all. Believe in me, okay? Shit. Me, one, in a woman. Should I do it? Yeah. Oh, no, don't delete nothing. Y'all know I'm good for leaving alone. Men want African American men on love dating. Okay. Maybe I should have just clicked on this. Okay. Oh shit. Here we go with these advertisements. Interracial dating. Okay, no. That didn't help at all. Okay, I'm just gonna give it up here. Because what about a list? A list of. Alright, let's see if we can get a list going. Why black men love white women? What? Dating as a black man. Do preferences among African American females in college. I want to date a black man. I want to date a black man. What the hell? Thugs, nice guys, behind the stereotypes, angry black woman. African love stories. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. I can't find a list. But y'all all know that this is what men want in a woman. They like strong, courageous, independent, assertive women. It is what it is. You just heard the other guy said on the video that he likes it when his woman takes charge and go in there and get his burger straight and stand up for him. And it ain't nothing they won't do for you once they fall in love with you. Y'all heard it all for yourselves. Rewind the video. I'm sorry during the last 5 minutes I was just everywhere with it looking for this list. Hopefully if I find the video, I'll link it down below so you can see what I was talking about. What he said he wants his woman strong, courageous, and all that stuff. And I was like, dang, that's all masculinity. And it just would have went so well with the point that I was making. And I wish I had met her at all. No. I just wish I had it was in here, man. I just don't know when I saw it. Yeah. Yes, I like mysteries, okay? So, I apologize, guys, but it really would have brought it home if y'all would have saw that video. So, again, this is Black Span. I love you guys, and I'm out.